Good morning students. I am your science teacher and today I am going to demonstrate practicals for class 10th. Already in theory you have done the theory about these practicals. In theory you have done. So today I am going to demonstrate all that practicals here. As you know, the topic types of reactions. Okay, so I will be going to demonstrate the types of reactions. All of you have learned in theory the types of reactions are combination reaction, decomposition reaction, double displacement reaction, displacement reaction. Okay, so I will be demonstrating first reaction, that is decomposition reaction. In your NCERT book, the example for decomposition reaction is the heating of ferrous sulfate crystal. So here this is the ferrous sulfate salt. Okay, this is ferrous sulfate salt. Now the color of the ferrous sulfate crystal is green. You can see here I am putting it in china dish. The color of the ferrous sulfate crystals are green in color. So I will be putting these crystals in test tube, and all of you know, for the safety purpose we have to hold this test tube in test tube holder. So now with the help of this spatula, put these crystals, small crystals of ferrous sulfate which are green in color, in this test tube. Okay, then now what we have to do, now we have to heat these crystals. What we will observe, let us see. So see carefully, the color of the crystals are green. Now I will be heating these crystals. Notice that on heating you will see vapors over here. Okay, so I will be heating this. Color of the crystal will also change and you can see the vapors also. Are you able to see the vapors? Are you able to see the vapors? These are the water vapors, and from where these water vapors came? These are the water of crystallization that are associated with these ferrous sulfate crystals. Now, before heating, the color of the crystals are green. Now, the color becomes brown. Okay, and why the color changes to brown? Color changes to brown because on heating ferrous sulfate crystal, the ferrous sulfate decomposes to form ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide gas and sulfur trioxide gas. All of you know that sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide is a gas. So gases will escape from the test tube and ferric oxide will be formed. That's why the green color of ferrous sulfate will now turns into the brown color of ferric oxide. So what is decomposition reaction and how you can define decomposition reaction? A reaction in which single reactant decompose on heating to form two or more products. Now in this decomposition reaction, in example of this decomposition reaction, what we have done, ferrous sulfate crystals are decomposed to form ferric oxide plus along with the gases that are sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. So this is one of the example of decomposition reaction. I hope all of you are able to see the water vapors here, and these are the water of crystallization along this test tube. Okay. Now taking one more example that is also from your NCERT book, that is heating of lead nitrate. Here I am having this lead nitrate. Okay, this is lead nitrate. So I am using different spatula don't use the same spatula. Okay, use different spatula, otherwise both the salts will get mixed. Okay, now I'm taking another test tube, and this lead nitrate is white in color, as you can see here. Now put this salt in a test tube very carefully. Okay, now hold the test tube in the test tube holder. Now this is also the example of decomposition reaction, and which salt I have taken here? I have taken lead nitrate. Now what will happen? Lead nitrate on heating decomposes, and what will form on decomposition of lead nitrate? What will form? Let us see. You can see the color of lead nitrate is white. Now let us see, let us observe what will happen on heating. You can see after some time, reddish brown fumes will evolve from this test tube. Wait a minute, you can see here reddish brown gas or fumes. Let us heat it. Are you able to see some brown shade over test tube? Fumes, brown fumes. I hope you can see the brown shade in this test tube. It is not completely heated, but the fumes are coming out of the test tube, that is of brown color, reddish brown fumes. Okay, you can very clearly see the reddish brown. Now the color is very much visible and fumes are very much visible, if you can see here. This is the reddish brown fumes. Now why these fumes are produced? Because on heating lead nitrate, I have heated lead nitrate. On heating, lead nitrate decomposes to form lead oxide plus nitrogen dioxide, and these reddish brown fumes are of nitrogen dioxide. These reddish brown fumes are of nitrogen dioxide. So these two are the very good example of decomposition reaction, and simply you can see how the colors of the salt, how the color of the crystal changes on heating. Okay. So in the first example, we have done about the heating of the ferrous sulfate. So the green color of ferrous sulfate changes into the brown color due to the formation of ferric oxide. And in this particular, lead nitrate on heating gives brown fumes, reddish brown fumes. And the reddish brown fumes are of nitrogen dioxide. Okay. So these two are the examples of decomposition reaction. Now next we will start with next type of example, next type of reaction, example of next type of reaction, that is your displacement reaction. So now I will be demonstrating the example of displacement reaction. So first of all, what do you mean by displacement reaction? When an element displaces another element from its compound is known as displacement reaction. One element displaces another element from its compound. What do you mean by that? One element means one particular metal. For example, here I am taking this iron nail. I have tied it with thread. Okay. So this iron nail, it is made up of which metal? Iron. So from here I am taking one element, that is Fe, that is iron. Now you can see this iron nail is rusted. Okay. You can see the deposit of rust over here. You can see So if you are going to use this nail, then it will not react. So first of all, we have to clean this iron nail. Okay, you can take a new one iron nail, but to show to you, I have taken this rusted iron nail. So it is not completely rusted, but one layer of rust is formed on this. So I will be using this sandpaper, and with the help of this sandpaper, I will be rubbing this iron nail. So very clearly you can see the rust on the table. You can see how much of rust is deposited on this iron nail. Okay, now this iron nail is free from the deposit of the rust. So one element, that is, I have taken iron, Fe. Okay, now the other is the element. Okay, what I have told you about the definition, when one element displaces another element from its compound. So I am taking here the another compound, that is copper sulfate. I have prepared the solution of copper sulfate, but you can make it in your lab by using copper sulfate salt. Okay, dissolve it in water. You will get this aqueous solution of copper sulfate. Now what I will do, simply take this copper sulfate solution in this test tube. Don't forget to use test tube holder. It is only for your safety. So with the help of dropper, I am pouring this. Now you can see the color of the copper sulfate is blue. Okay, so let us take some large volume of copper sulfate, so you can see the color very clearly. What will be the change in the color when it reacts with the iron nail? So this particular reaction is the example of your displacement reaction. Displace, already all of you know the meaning of displace. One element displacing another element, okay, from its compound. So here I have taken this copper sulfate solution. Clearly it is blue in color. Okay, so now I am dipping this iron nail in this copper sulfate solution. So I have tied it with threads so that I can pull it out after some time. Okay, so now after some time we will observe what will be the change in the color of this copper sulfate solution. If the reaction take place, then the blue color will change. Okay, so I will be keeping it here because displacement reaction takes some time. Okay, it is a slow process, so it will take some time to occur. In the meantime, I am going to demonstrate double displacement reaction. Okay, so first of all of you know what do you mean by double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction is a reaction in which ions get exchanged. Okay, ions from one salt will be get exchanged with the ions of the another salt. Okay, for example, by taking example you can make it more clear. I will be taking sodium sulfate and barium chloride. This is the example of double displacement reaction. Both are the salt. In displacement reaction, I have taken only single iron and the solution of copper sulfate. But here in double displacement, I am taking both the salt. So I will be preparing the solution. Okay, for solution, what we have to do, we have to take, with the help of spatula, I am taking this sodium sulfate and preparing its solution. Okay, so this is sodium sulfate. Okay, now I will be adding some water to it. Let us take the another salt, that is barium chloride, and one of the precautions we should take in the lab, that is please keep your salts tightly closed, otherwise they can get oxidized. Okay, so this is your barium chloride. This is sodium sulfate, this is barium chloride in both the test tube. Okay, now I will be preparing the solution. Remember these all, these are the examples from your NCERT only. Sodium sulfate, barium chloride. Okay, now I will be adding water to it. In the meantime, let us see, is there any color change? You can see it is lightly green. Okay, we will place it for more time so that you can see the color, green color, very carefully. Okay, so now this is sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate. Now I am using distilled water for making the solution. And why we should use distilled water? We should use distilled water so that no ions, if present in water, interfere in the testing. Okay, so this is your sodium sulfate solution. Okay, sodium sulfate solution. Okay, clear colorless sodium sulfate solution. Okay, now this is barium chloride. Adding water. Now taking the solution of barium chloride. Okay, now I will add both the solution. Okay, let us see what will form. I am adding barium chloride to sodium sulfate. This is sodium sulfate. I am adding barium chloride to it. Yes, see what is formed. These are known as precipitate. Okay, and what is the color of the precipitate? White color of the precipitate. How densely they are formed, how beautiful they are looking. Okay, now that's why in double displacement reaction precipitate will form. Okay, and you can also filter out these, and on the filter paper you can see the precipitate very clearly. Clear? This insoluble substance are known as precipitate, or the reaction in which insoluble substance are formed are known as precipitation reactions. So this is the very good example of a double displacement reaction, how beautiful white precipitates are formed. And these white precipitate are formed due to the formation of barium sulfate. The color of the precipitate of barium sulfate is white. Okay, so this is one example of your double displacement, and let us take one more example. That is, I will be keeping this precipitate side, and let us see about our displacement. So you can see at the bottom greenish color is appearing. Okay, so it means, see, it means reaction is going on. If you see, I am taking out this iron nail, and see how brown is the iron nail. Okay, so it is displacement reaction. Okay, so I am dipping it and keep it aside. So now I am taking next example of double displacement reaction. For that I am taking lead nitrate. Okay, and here potassium iodide. Let us see what will happen and what precipitate will be formed. It is very interesting. So in one test tube I am taking lead nitrate with the help of spatula. This is lead nitrate. Okay, and in the other test tube I am taking potassium iodide. this is potassium iodide. Okay, lead nitrate. Learn the substances, chemicals, names, that then only you will be able to write the beta chemical reactions. Okay, so potassium iodide, making the solution of potassium iodide, and here I am having lead nitrate, preparing the solution of lead nitrate. Now shake it to dissolve the salt properly. Okay, clear solution should be obtained. So this is your lead nitrate solution is prepared now, and in this potassium iodide, so see, this is lead nitrate, milky color, this is potassium iodide, mix both, and this is the example of double displacement reaction. Now let us mix both the solution. Wow, what a beautiful yellow PPTs are formed. So this, yes, these yellow PPTs are formed due to double displacement reaction, and you can see here at the bottom how these precipitates are settled down. These are the insoluble substances which are known as precipitate, and how beautiful is the color, yellow color. Okay, now if we filter this solution in the test tube, we will get the yellow color precipitate, and this yellow color precipitate are of which substance? Are of lead iodide. When lead nitrate reacts with potassium iodide, lead iodide will be formed, and these yellow precipitates are of lead iodide. So see, this is the first example. Now see in this test tube, precipitates settle down. Okay, this is the first example of double displacement. This is the second example of double displacement reaction. How beautifully the precipitates are formed. Okay, and here our displacement reaction has also taken place. So this is the, you can see here the blue color slightly changes to light green color. Okay, I am placing this test tube here. So all these are the examples of your different types of reactions. Okay, I hope you all will you all are able to understand all the practicals I have demonstrated here. Okay, practically the things are more clear. Okay, you will learn about these practical in your class 10 chapter number 1. Thank you so much.